Okay, so today we are going to be doing my May TBR, and you guys are going to find out very soon how and why I am so extremely excited to be doing my May TBR. Woo! But first, I just want to quickly talk to you guys about the books that did not make it onto my April TBR. Now, I would have done this with my April monthly wrap, but I'm not going to have enough time because I want to, review these books and I'm gonna run out of time if I do this. So I put on an just extraordinary amount of books onto my April TBR thinking that I would accomplish it, and I got nowhere near. So I just very quickly want to give a shout out to those books that I did not end up reading in the month of April that were on my TBR, in case you were wondering where they are. Piranesi or Piranesi by Suzanne Clarke, The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart, A Tale of Magic by Chris Colfer, Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant, Unbelievable by Sarah Shepard, One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus, which is a really big disappointment because I really wanted to read this one in April, but it's fine. And Wondersmith by Jessica Townsend. Again, I'm disappointed about this one, but we'll let that go. Now, I'm sure you're wondering why I'm showing you the books I didn't read in April when I could have just as easily moved them over to my May TBR. But the reason I ended up including them in this video is because those books are not going to be making it onto my May TBR because I have a plan for what I wanted to do in May, and I actually came up with this plan very early on in April, so most of those books are actually going to be sacrificed and might get read in June, but I just don't have the room in May. And you're going to find out why right now. Now we're going to get into my May TBR for 2021. So the first book that I'm going to read in May of 2021 is a buddy read of mine, so if you'd like to join me for this one, let me know. But it is called Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. This is a book that a subscriber told me they wanted to read with me, so I'm going to read Eat, Pray, Love as a buddy read. It'll be the first book that I read, so if you want to join me, let me know. Now, the second book that I'm going to read in the month of May, I am so excited to actually hold the physical copy of this book because you guys, I am not kidding. 5 minutes before I started this video, I still did not have this book in my possession. 2 minutes before I hit record, it arrived. So I was fully prepared to put it up in editing and say, look, it's right there. But I don't need to anymore. I can now hold the book. The postie has never had better timing. The second book I'm going to read in May of 2021 is my Cosmere read. I have been going back through all of the main books that I've read in the Cosmere universe so far and tackling all of the novellas. And the novella that I'm going to be reading in May of 2021 is this book, Edge Dancer, which is, you can see it there, it says a Stormlight Archive novella. So these three books at the back of the shelf here, from where you're facing, are the Stormlight Archives books. This is a novella that will basically go in between two of them. I honestly don't remember which one, but there are two novellas that have come out for Stormlight Archives, Edge Dancer and Dawn Shard. Edge Dancer is the first one, so I'm reading it in May. Yay! And now we're going to break with tradition. Usually what happens is I draw any book that is not a classic out of a tub. This little thing. Yes, but today, for the month of May, I don't need this because I am going to have 10 books on my May TBR, and I have 7 that have been predetermined. So we're going to jump right into what I love to, humorously refer to as the Mercy Valley unsponsored classics draw. I read one classic every single month. So now let's draw the classic book that I'm going to read for the month of May. This is the one and only book I did not know that I was going to, specifically the book that I draw was the one book I did not know that I was going to read in May because the rest were completely predetermined, which is not like me this year because usually 75 to 80% of the books that I end up reading I'm drawing. So yeah, here we go. What will my classic be? So it's this one. Just so you know, I can't see the names. That's how it looks, so it doesn't matter if I look into the tub. This is the one we're going for. We're not going to cut away with editing. We're just going to open it. It is. Oh my gosh, how adorable! Sorry, you guys. The Wizard of Oz! The Wizard of Oz by Frank Baum. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to read this. So, for those of you who don't know, a number of months ago now, I attempted to read Wicked. I really, didn't enjoy it. I actually ended up DNFing it. But The Wizard of Oz, I absolutely love this film. Have never read the classic. I'm so excited, you guys. Okay, so now we've seen that I'm going to read these 3 books. Eat, Pray, Love, Edge Dancer, and The Wizard of Oz. I want to have 10 books on my TBR because it was an outrageous 13 or 14 for April and I missed most of them. So therefore I have 7 books left. And now we're going to do a fun little magic trick where I make all the books on one particular section of a shelf that is behind me disappear. Are you ready? Are you watching closely? 3, 2, 1. And now I'm going to ask you, how closely were you watching? How much did you keep in mind the books that were all behind me? Which shelf disappeared? Now I need to tell you something else that is going to make all of this make sense and all tie in together. May is actually the month of my birthday. Yay! Last year I started a tradition that I loved and I got to April this year and I thought, you know what? I'm doing it again. I am not the biggest fan of rereads, and I proved that when I cancelled my You Choose My TBR. But rereading these books, I have no problem. Anytime anyone wants to challenge me to reread these books, I will. My only problem with rereading these books is when I get to the end and I can't read them anymore. So I'm so excited! It's my birthday, it's my party, and I will choose my own books. I am going to be reading the Harry Potter series. I am so happy. I think this is like my 20th reread, to be honest. Not of the complete section, but at least of the first 3 books in the series. Now, in 2020, in May, I read the first 4 books in the Harry Potter series. I read 1 book a week, aside and then I also read other books as well. But this year, I have set myself an even bigger task. I am reading the entire Harry Potter series in the month of May. So, let's go through the Harry Potter series one by one, shall we? The first book is, if you are not American, the first book is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. If you are American, it is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Book 2, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, too many books to hold, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And I am so excited, you guys, not only just to read them, but I'm so excited to have these editions on me. If you watched me in June reading the last 3 books, these ones, then you would know that I had this one, but I had some really, in my opinion, horrible editions of the last 2 books of the Harry Potter series. I did a ton of research because I wanted the first editions. I used to have the first editions and unfortunately I did get rid of them when I was a lot younger and I've regretted that ever since. But I have the last 2 first editions. Woo! Now what I usually like to do with my TBRs is just pick books randomly that I like to read. I used to discuss it in my TBRs in 2020. I'm reading this one first, this one second. I haven't been doing that in 2021, but I can do that for my May TBR because I know exactly what the order is going to be. So if you wanted to buddy read with me, I'm going to start with Eat, Pray, Love. So read the buddy read first to ensure it gets read. Then I'm going to go on to my Cosmere, the Edge Dancer book. Then I'm going to go on to Harry Potter and just read all of them one after the other. I'm not obviously reading Cursed Child. I don't hate Cursed Child. In fact, I gave it 4 stars, which I know is an incredibly unpopular opinion. But the reason why I'm not reading Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is because I just want to read the original works. So it's nothing against the book itself. I love it. I could have added it. I just decided not to. So, Eat, Pray, Love, followed by Edge Dancer, followed by the complete Harry Potter series, those 7 books there, and then the classic The Wizard of Oz after that. And now for the game that everyone loves to play called Up. These are the books that I'm going to be reading in the month of May 2021. What books are you going to be reading? Be sure to let me know in the comments section below. But in the meantime, that is where I am going to leave it, letting you guys go with peace, blessings, and so much love. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll see you again soon. Mwah! Thank you so much for watching, and happy reading!